Hi, I'm James with JNC Home Repair. Today I'm going to show you how to use a molly or a toggle bolt. This is basically a toggle bolt here. It's basically just a long machine screw. They have different sizes available, and these come in different sizes here. This is actually a 3/16 toggle bolt. It's a pretty common size. Okay, you're going to need the right size screw to go with the right size blade here. Okay, and you'll see inside there's a little bitty hole, and this actually just screws right into it. Okay, just like so. And it actually screws in just like that. So you're in, most of the time, these are used for like plant hangers and ceilings. Okay, this is the most common use around the house for them. Instead of the machine head right here where you actually screw it in with a screwdriver, it'll actually just be a threaded part, and it'll actually have the plant hook that hangs off of it, and you can just screw it in. And what you do is once you've got you want to put your toggle thing right here, right on the screw towards the end of the screw, okay? And all you do is whatever surface you're trying to install this into, if it's drywall, all you want to do is just poke a hole through the drywall wherever you're going to go with it, at least the same diameter as the diameter of this right here. You can see how big around that is, so that's about how big of a hole you're going to need to be able to poke this through the hole. And once you've poked this screw and this toggle thing through the hole, what it's going to do is it's got a spring in it, and it's going to release. Okay, and once it does that, you pull it back down, and it actually clamps on the inside of whatever surface you are. If you're in the ceiling right here, then you can imagine that right now it's sitting on top of your drywall in your ceiling, okay? And then you're going to be left with all this screw that's hanging down, okay? And all you do is you just keep pressure on it, pull it down, and actually screw it in, okay? If you try to push up on it and try to screw it in, it's just going to sit there and turn, and you're going to be there all day long trying to get that thing screwed in. So actually pull it back down, pull it down tight where it actually grabs, and then screw it in, okay? A good thing to do is sometimes you can actually use a drill when you do this, and you can pull it down, you can grab a hold of it with your drill and keep some tension on it, and actually use your drill to actually screw it in, okay, while you're pulling on it, okay? And what it'll do is it'll just save you some time, because this is a real long screw right here. If you were doing it by hand with a screwdriver, you'd be there all day long trying to screw that thing in, okay? And one thing you also want to consider when you're doing this is you want to make sure that this toggle bolt is at least an inch longer than the surface that you're trying to penetrate it through, because you've got to leave enough room for this to actually go through the hole and be able to clear the hole, because if it's too short of a bolt, the spring won't ever be able to release, because it won't actually be able to penetrate the hole completely and release. So that's basically the most easiest way to use a toggle bolt.